Well, hello again. This is Jonathan Warner, Computer Services, and we provide computer repair service and support in the Sacramento, California area. Today we're going to be talking about one item of how to maintain your computer, and that's how to clean your computer. We'll be doing it using a free product that you can easily run called CCleaner. It's a program that is just absolutely excellent and works great. The first thing that you need to do is open your web browser so that you can download it. It's called CCleaner, and if you search for it, as you can see, it's produced by a manufacturer called Piriform, and there are a variety of different versions. There's the free version, Professional, and Professional Plus. The largest difference is that the professional versions will run automatically and update automatically. But really, if you're going to run it about every 3 months or so, as is recommended, you should be fine with just the regular free version. So go ahead and click download there. And your download should start automatically. You see it here down at the bottom. What do you want to do with the file? We'll click save. As you can see, it's possible for you to enter in your email address and get their newsletter, stay up to date with things like that, but it's really not necessary for what we're doing here. Once it's finished downloading, click Run. This will run the installation file. We want to give it permission to be able to run on your computer, so if you see this screen, click Yes. Since we're finished with the browser, you can just minimize that, or close it. So this is the CCleaner setup program. A few things to take note of is on the lower left, what it wants to do is bundle Google Chrome, which is another web browser, kind of an alternate browser to Internet Explorer or Firefox. It's trying to bundle this together and install it at the same time as you install CCleaner. If you want to do that, it's up to you. Either way, but I typically like to install things one at a time at my initiative, so I would typically suggest, just a suggestion, that you uncheck that. You might have Google Chrome already installed, or if you decide to install it later, you can do that. You see that there's a license and agreement and a privacy policy. Those are things you're welcome to peruse in your own. Otherwise, click Customize. And you see the install options. It'll add a shortcut to your desktop. That's nice, so that you can open it easily. It will add start menu shortcuts. This is the start menu down here, so that you can get to it easily. It will add some options to the recycle bin so that you can automatically remove items from this recycle bin. It will automatically check for updates to CCleaner. That's fine. And it will also do what's called an intelligent cookie scan to try to determine which cookies it should save when it does the cookie cleaning. More on that later. Just leave the default items checked and click Install. Just wanted to show you the things that it did as part of the installation setup program. You see that it added the desktop shortcut. We don't need to view the release notes. Boring stuff in there, so no need to. But go ahead and click Run CCleaner, and it should start the program. I'll oftentimes maximize it just so that I can see all the options easily, so click that square in the upper right hand corner. And a number of things to take note of. It will come with some things checked by default. But especially with web browsers like Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, you might have below that Google Chrome, Firefox. I almost always uncheck Internet history on both of these, on all of the browsers, because personally I use the history to go back and find sites that interested me that for some reason I didn't add to my favorites or my bookmarks. Also cookies, I uncheck cookies because cookies anymore, currently, they're not very harmful to leave around and really add a lot of functionality to your web experience. So I always uncheck cookies. The next thing that I uncheck is recently typed URLs. These are the web pages that you put in that you just type in, such as google.com, msn.com, youtube.com, or in the case of us, computer repair Sacramento ca.net is the website we're currently using. So what this will allow you to do is quickly reference them if you leave these unchecked. I'll usually do recent documents also, because many people like to go back and use those for reference. If you notice here at the top, there's two tabs. There's a Windows tab and an Applications tab. It's possible that you'll have other applications here, such as Photoshop, maybe Google Earth, or something like that. And many people will want to uncheck those. You see OneDrive, you might have like Dropbox or Google Drive in here. So just take a look at it, and if there's anything that you don't want to clean out, it's not going to typically delete your files or your data, but it will clean out the cache of these things and make them run a little faster. So you might just check it and see if there's anything else that you want to uncheck. The next step after that is going to be to analyze. In other words, which things in each of these items that is checked can safely be cleaned. So click Analyze. And since I haven't used this computer very much, you see that there's not very many things show up. But each of these items correspond with something that we checked on the left-hand side. So since I left Internet Cache checked, we see that there's 252 files that can be cleaned for the Internet Cache. After you analyze, if you notice that there's anything in here that you don't want cleaned, for example, perhaps I don't want to clean out the download history, just uncheck that, reanalyze, and you see the download history has now disappeared. So you can use this report here to confirm that it's actually something that you want to clean out when you clean your computer. I don't need to save that, so I'm going to recheck it, reanalyze. It shows back up as having one file that we can clean up. And then next, once you're satisfied, you can take note of how many megabytes, or even in some cases gigabytes, are to be cleaned, and then click Run Cleaner. It will simply ask you for confirmation. This process will permanently delete files from your system. Are you sure? Click OK. And then the cleaning is complete. So at this point, you could simply close the program and move on. But there's one other thing, if you take just a moment to do using CCleaner, that will actually at times greatly increase the speed and performance of your computer, and that's found here under Tools and System Restore. What these are the Microsoft Windows System Restore points, and they begin to accumulate over time, because typically one is made when you install or uninstall a program, Windows updates, or at other points when you're using your computer. And these will take up space on your hard drive. So what I suggest is, if your computer is running well, to select all but the most recent one, leaving one to fall back on, and then you would simply click Remove down here at the bottom. I don't have any to show you at the moment, but that's how it would happen. So this is an excellent method that you could use to keep your computer running clean, keep it free of the clutter that tends to accumulate with your computer. It's a good way to clean your computer. It's recommended to perform this as part of kind of a quarterly computer care routine, probably about once every 3 months. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.